It's 3:45 p.m. 3:45 p.m. So I want to go ahead and shoot a video real quick. The entity, as I'm uploading the video that I just captured, referencing Starbucks, which is the people of the state, acting by the commercial brand Starbucks, where the light source is over me at 3:24 p.m. As I documented during daylight savings time in August of 2021, I just captured that video. You saw the entity fly over in helicopter in concert with Gustavo, a third-party group stalker that lives at the crime scene, who is going to federal prison, and you see the impunity illustrated while they're engaging, clearly engaging. That's the entity acting via Gustavo. Understand, this is the public entity that is acting as a group. It's not individual. It's not one person stalking. It's the government stalking, and the entity engages in the criminal act of monitoring group stalking vicariously. And as you saw them fly over in helicopter, and then I'm applying the legal analysis to what the public entity is doing vicariously and directly under a light source, which is not over Starbucks, speaking to what Starbucks is inevitably engaging in, also based on the evidence of what I documented inside of Starbucks and the pattern of conduct of engaging in criminal summoning. The entity is at 3:45 p.m. engaging in what is, again, psychotic behavior, going into a frenzy, more helicopter activity. As I'm taking pictures of this, you'll see the timestamp of the picture that I'm taking, and you will see the timestamp of when I'm uploading the video that I captured with the timestamp of 3:24 p.m. That's immediately when the entity, again, the demon possessed are a very dangerous population. And you get that because the entity is engaged in a secret system of keeping you under surveillance. But once that is exposed and you are witnessing and aware of the fact that they're not only criminals that are obsessively stalking, keeping people under surveillance secretly, they are psychopaths that are wildly hostile. And that's a threat to your life. It's already a threat that you're being subject to surveillance by government. For what purpose? Okay. So I just want to document that 3:45 p.m. That includes Silverview townhomes. Engineer Light covers that property. They're right next door in relevant position. Oh, and they love to engage in the pattern of conduct. Remember what Ryder was on the grounds of Silverview townhomes engaging in: a workplace terrorism, harassment, and sexual violence. Demons using that vehicle that they were the lift that they were engaging and using. Demons keeping their back to you while everything about what the pattern of conduct and what they were doing, the demonic feature of stalking with the means of audible activity, was underway while the light source was over me. And I reminded you of all the places that light source was, and it was nowhere near what is over my head at Alvarado Gardens, while they were clearly stalking in the path. Those are the psychopaths that are at Silverview townhomes under the light source, while the entity is flying in circles for 47 minutes. Silverview townhomes is group stalking, monitoring criminal presence in the path as well. And that ongoing hostility is communicated by an entity, not just the demons that are flying the helicopter. The environment is speaking to what is group conduct. In the environment, the entity is acting as one, while amplified helicopter activity is sounding with simultaneity to my uploading video documentation, which again, I'm still uploading. This is speaking to the threat. These are the demon-possessed population that's engaging in what is now an exposed criminal act against American citizens. It is a matter of public corruption because it is the government, it's the state. They're dangerous psychopaths that will be removed from their positions, but also they need to be placed in mental facilities. They need to be removed from the threat that they pose in society. And they also need to be subject to what are prolonged time in federal prison. And that's just speaking to the impunity. You witnessed that impunity by Gustavo. That was a demon that used a skateboard, engages in what is crossing path. They're living at a crime scene that's showing an unlawful devotion, and this is what the secret society is doing, surrounding you on a 24-hour basis, so you don't even know it. All right? Yeah, everybody, all 59 units. Take a good look. All 59 units are going to federal prison, and all of this is occurring on Todd Speaker's watch, Speaker Company's watch, because his third-party group stalking employee, Carlo Lopez, is acting with that same entity, that same hostility, under a light source that's nowhere near Starbucks at 507 North Euclid Avenue. By the way, on this day where I'm documenting it at 3:24 p.m., that means that at 1:14 p.m., the light source, the sun, we'll get to the fact that it's a light source is based on that legal conclusion. The sun is not over 507 North Euclid Avenue, contrary to what I documented, because I'm there between my video documentation of 8:23 in the morning and 3:24 in the afternoon. The sun is remaining over that building, and that light activity is inside of Starbucks. So that's speaking to what is the light source, and that's speaking to what is that engineered light. That's criminal facilitation at a facilitating venue, which is going by the name of Starbucks. And this is revealing to the world what that entity is engaging in. And how, while it is engaging in it at all of its facilitating venues, that's Starbucks in the state of California, it is also communicating a threat. And that's the reality of how hostile the people of the state, which includes Starbucks, which is why I was able to document the fact that I was subject to this criminal system at that venue of 507 North Euclid Avenue. Okay, so I just want to make sure I document that at 3:45 p.m. And you already know that the entity flew for circles, excuse me, for 47 minutes in circles in front of my apartment. Just the other day, reference the documentation. Those are the same ones that are necessarily wearing a diaper. They're not taking a bathroom break, flying in circles for 47 minutes in front of me. Okay, it is currently 3:50 p.m. and that is POC.